Hey, love, and welcome back to Loving Me, Loving You with Alondra Hopkins, the Abundant Coach, host of Loving Me, Loving You podcast. And to all of my returning loving ladies, first of all, I love you and I appreciate you. And to any new viewers, make sure you subscribe below. Also, head over to Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts to stream the show. And today's word is a personal testimony. It is definitely vulnerable for me to be sharing this, but I am finally confident to stand up to the enemy and understand what it is that he's planted within my mind and within my body to fear my greatness and my power. So my entire life, I have feared pregnancy, like literally my entire life. I've always been afraid to be a mother. I've always been afraid that I'm not fit to be a mother. I've always felt like I wasn't deserving to be a mother. And part of that is because of my childhood trauma. My mother had me and my two siblings at a very young age, and she always instilled within us, like, don't have kids. Like, if you have children, make sure you are fit to be a parent. Make sure that you have the finances. Make sure that you are emotionally ready, financially ready. And although, it's good that I didn't have children at a young age, it has truly taken a toll on my beliefs when it comes to childbirth. So I talked to God about it, and I was finally ready to just heal this seed that has been planted within my mind. And I was talking to God like, okay, well, why am I so afraid to be a mother? Like, what is it about a mother that really scares me? And my biggest fear related to childbirth is feeling like I'm not deserving, feeling like God cannot birth something beautiful through me, believing that if I did have children, I would fail them. If I did have children, I wouldn't be financially independent. And I am outside, so if you hear some background noise, child, we gonna keep going because the distraction's not stopping this word. But I started believing that I wasn't deserving to be used. Like, I felt like my womb was not chosen to be a mother. So my whole life I've said, you know what, I'm not having kids. I'm not doing this. Like, I'm not supposed to be a mother. And through talking to God and praying about this, what I realized is sometimes God will choose you to be a mother to birth his mission through. Sometimes our fear of like tangible things, because being a real mother, don't get me wrong, that's a huge responsibility, but there are certain women on this planet that don't have the purpose of being a mother in that way, but God has placed down on the inside of you a mission, an assignment that must be birthed, that must be delivered. And I feel like that is what God wants me to do. I feel like my entire life, my fear of being a mother was really my fear of my purpose. And y'all hear that airplane? That's confirmation that it is takeoff season. But I've always feared my purpose. I've always feared God using me. I've always feared attention. I've always feared every part of me needed for this mission to come to pass. So if you are a woman that has been fearing childbirth, or you're noticing like pregnancy is really going around, pregnancy is not always the same for every woman. God is delivering and birthing a purpose through you that no man can stop. And that is one of the most rewarding feelings, to be looked at as deserving in God's eyes, to be looked at as purposeful in God's eyes, because God trusts you enough to start that ministry. He does. And I'm speaking to somebody. God is ready for you to start to speak, because he is wanting and giving you your signs. He is giving you your signs to become who it is that you want to be. But it's going to take childbirth. It's going to take delivery. So, wow, that just freed me. Like, that brought so much joy to my heart. because the enemy is really slick. Can you imagine being told your whole life that having children and birthing something would ruin your whole life? But truth be told, birthing something was going to change and transform all that you are and all that you were destined to become. So to you, my beautiful, lovely lady, allow God to use you as the mother that you are supposed to be. Allow God to use your womb to create this creation that he predestined you to give birth to. I love you.